right, and welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your favorite wrestling fan here, Eric Rodriguez, every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Here to talk about the greatest thing in the world, professional wrestling, all the action inside and outside the ring. Backstage curtain calls, we talk about rumors, drama, and updates. We talk about superstar, their injury updates. We talk about inactive statuses. We talk about promotions. We talk about contract signings, extensions, and new signings. AEW, WWE, TNA, doesn't really matter. If it makes major news in the world of professional wrestling, we talk about it here on this show, 1010%. So make sure you guys like and subscribe to the show so you guys can get notifications whenever we have one of our amazing podcasts come up, and it's 1010% absolutely free. So, free content, make sure you guys subscribe. All right, so we recently talked about some WWE SmackDown. We talked about Monday Night Raw. We talked about AEW Full Gear. And our third segment, we're going to talk about Jade Cargill being written off of WWE. Obviously, doesn't have anything to do with the real injury. At the reports, I doubt it. I don't think it's I don't think they're doing it for a reason, purposely. But recently you saw Jade Cargill being on Friday Night SmackDown. You saw her thrown through the windshield of a car, and she looked absolutely tore up from the floor up. She looked beaten. She looked battered. She looked bloodied. She looked bad. She looked very, very, very bad. Obviously, her stance or her her active status inside the WarGames match in Survivor Series is it's in jeopardy. It's in jeopardy. And the thing about Jade is right now her and Bianca Belair as the WWE World Women's Tag Team Champions. I feel like it's perfect. I feel like right now, they kind of put the women's tag team division on notice. Is it kind of lingering? Is it kind of hindering to a point where they're like, okay, now with the addition of the WWE Women's United States Championship, it's been reported today, with the addition of the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship, and, Jade and Bianca are both SmackDown superstars that were drafted during the draft, but I'm not sure if WWE is going to honor that. And they're going to be like, oh, we're going to have them fight for the Intercontinental Championship on Raw. I feel like that'd be BS. That'd be terrible. That'd be stupid. WWE better not do that. I'm just kidding. No, but I definitely hope that they, kind of honor that, because they were drafted in the same draft by by WWE SmackDown. It should be honored. But, like what you guys see in that picture ahead, she was, who did it? A lot of different conspiracy theories come around. I'm not too sure if it's going to be Bayley. Like, it could be Bayley. It could be Naomi. It could be Naomi, maybe not. Maybe they want to challenge for the WWE Women's Championships. Maybe that could be a way for them to, kind of establish a little hurt there. Could ultimately establish, their claim inside the, the Women's World Tag Team Division. But I don't think they're going to turn Naomi heel. Why? I feel like ultimately her or Chelsea Green will be the inaugural WWE Women's United States Champion. Bayley with Damage Control has been a heel for so damn long, so right now I feel like she's enjoying her babyface run, but her all by herself on SmackDown, you kind of have a lot of heels on SmackDown already. Blair Davenport, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, you kind of have Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, kind of like on the edge, during, of course they're first seen as baby faces, but sometimes like the way Bianca and Jade talk to Bayley, like sometimes like they can kind of be seen as a heel, like, you know what I mean? But is it right to to take Jade off of the card on Survivor Series? Is she going to have to relinquish her WWE Women's Championship belt to somebody else? Maybe Naomi takes the place of, Jade, and maybe that's the way they take the title off them. Bianca Belair, you have, damn it, what's her name? Naomi, sorry, excuse me. You have Naomi and Jay and Bianca lose the WWE World Women's Championships, and, you ultimately have them, they lose. They lose the championship, which leaves Bianca Belair to be a singles wrestler again, and then bam, lo and behold, that introduces the new, women's inaugural WWE Women's United States Champion. Like, that could definitely be a future as well. Bayley, like I said, turning heel against Bianca, against Jade, telling Naomi this has nothing to do with you. These women, don't trust me. They want to depict me as some bad guy. I'll show you who the bad guy is. And, Bayley could definitely, she has that animosity. She has that moxie inside her. But, all these scenarios are popping up. It was, said inside, professional wrestling news media that Trinity or Naomi, why can't I think of her name today? That's crazy. Wasn't allowed to see Jade Cargill in the hospital. Obviously, maybe she doesn't trust anybody right now. Like, maybe even names like Naomi, like, you don't know what could happen. You don't know what could happen. And the fact that Naomi could be a suspect, for me, I feel like if you would have turned Naomi heel already, you should have had it done a long time ago. But right now, I don't know, it just doesn't really make sense. And like I said before, Naomi teaming up with Bayley to take out Jade to, ultimately have that Survivor Series WarGames where you have to implement Bayley, maybe some way, somehow, some reason they take out Bianca, one half of the WWE World Women's Tag Team Champion, and now they kind of go after the tag team belts themselves. Like, maybe a little selfishness there, maybe a little bit of scandalous, maybe a little bit of jealousy happening, between Naomi. I gotta be honest, one huge idea that came up to mind was the Tonga Twins. The Tonga Twins obviously are still yet to debut in WWE. Maybe they beat out Jade Cargill for their leader, Nia Jax. That could definitely happen as well. These two women are absolute bombshells in the world of professional wrestling. The fact that they have not debuted yet leaves fans, they've been seen in the back of WWE Performance Center in Orlando, also Booker T's promotion as well. This could happen. They could make their way into WWE. They could definitely help Nia Jax. Maybe they find a way to, they want Bianca and they want Jade Cargill in a match to win the WWE World Women's Championship. Once again, that does two good things. It, puts the tag team division back in, puts the tag team belts on tag team title contenders. Like the Tonga Twins, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are both singles wrestlers. They should ultimately, and that's, of course, exactly, kind of segues into the second reason. The best way is to kind of put Bianca, is to kind of put Jade against each other in the future. On that episode of Monday Night Raw, to find out the number one contender for Liv Morgan's WWE World Heavyweight Champion, once we kind of had Lyra Valkyria and Io Sky bounced off to the side on the apron, you had Jade, you had Bianca standing across from apron to apron on each side of the ring, ready to tear each other apart to become that number one contender. The fans went absolutely 1,010% nuts. They want to see this in the future of WWE. And I got to be honest, I would love to see it as well. So take the tag team championships away from them. They've done their due diligence. They've done it. They're good. They're successful tag team champions. They're success. They put the titles on the map. But right now, if you have the Tonga Twins and you have Nia Jax, being that, kind of tribal chief a little bit there in her own way, in her own faction, that could be interesting, and thus also increasing the tension between Nia Jax and the women's Money in the Bank holder, Tiffany Stratton. Essentially you kind of have Tiffany become that Sami Zayn kind of featured that you saw in the Bloodline, quite some months ago before, everything kind of went to crap and then you kind of had them going against each other. But, obviously, this builds up a lot of storylines. Why did WWE decide to write Jade Cargill off of WWE Survivor Series just before? And, I feel like, there was some speculations that Charlotte Flair was involved. I doubt that. I don't believe that whatsoever. Doubt Alexa Bliss, doubt Asuka, doubt any of that. I think the only thing that really makes sense is if you see the Tonga Twins debut on WWE SmackDown to kind of state their claim as the women's tag team champions, and I feel like, you know, them coming out and be like, we attacked Jade to help our cousin. Right now, you have Nia Jax being like, oh, I don't know what's going on, and maybe she doesn't. Maybe she continues that modus operandi. Maybe she continues that stance of that claim that she's like, oh, I don't know who attacked Jade Cargill or send her through the windshield, and you know, she's absolutely 1,010% oblivious of it. And then when you had, you know, you have Tiffany Stratton cash in her Money in the Bank on Nia Jax. That's when the Tonga Twins come out and help Nia Jax retain her WWE Women's Championship. And then, of course, that's when you see, you know, Tiffany Stratton's, you know, case kind of, you know, go to crap. And that's when she kind of, well, I don't want to see her not win the championship, because I feel like that would ultimately kind of kill her momentum in WWE. But if it's for a reason to kind of have the Tongan Twins kind of debut, maybe, you know, you might be able to kind of, you know, sacrifice that. But ultimately, you know, this is a situation, this is a storyline that right now WWE decided to be like, okay, something's going to happen between Jade. Is it Naomi? I doubt it. Is it Bayley? I doubt it. The only thing that really makes sense, like I said, is the Tonga Twins, you know, stating their claim in the WWE Women's World Tag Team division, you know, kind of creating that. Nia Jax being the champion, the Usos, you know, the Tonga Twins being the WWE Women's Undisputed Champions, and then, you know, kind of building up a storyline off of that on WWE SmackDown. That would be interesting. That would be, you know, that'd be pretty crazy. I know they've been waiting to debut in WWE for quite some time. That's the only reason I kind of flirt around it. You know, it could happen. It could happen. All right, guys, so hey, do not go anywhere. We're going to jump on into our fifth and final segment. We got game-changing wrestling's Dream On results. We're going to talk about that quick. Obviously, you know, time is a ticking, time is a wasting. So grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite ice-cold beverage, and join me here in about 25 seconds. So hey, do not go anywhere.